I've had a few people ask, why is it so hard to get over breakups? And you know what? I'll be honest, everybody's different. It's going to take everybody a different length of time and different healthy routes to cope with it and to get over it. We're all different, but I can answer it generally. Generally, I feel that a lot of us do shit that breaks our own hearts and just repeatedly rips the Band-Aid off. One of the things I think we do that kind of already sets us up to fail is when we're in these relationships and we know they're not working and we know that we need to break up, we repeatedly tell our partner, well, I'm going to leave you. Well, I'm about to leave you. Well, I got one foot out the door. And I have so many women tell me that they're doing that right now. And I'm just like, no. Just be done. He heard you. He knows what he needs to do. He doesn't care. The truth is, what we're actually doing is by repeatedly tell them what we're about to do, we're hoping that at some point they'll hear that and they'll say, oh, well, I need to change. I need to treat you right because I don't want to lose you. No. These men know, they know for the most part we're not going anywhere. And they will continue with the same behavior until they drive you insane. A lot of these men will get worse. If you're going to leave, okay, you've already had the discussion. You told him what your expectations are. You told him what you're needing from him and he has not changed. Go. That's an easy way to set yourself up for success when you end a relationship. The second thing I think we do is we're having too many discussions. We can't just break up with somebody. No. We got to send them a letter. We got to sit down and look them in the eye and talk about, do you understand why I did that? Do you understand where I was coming from? We got to send them a text this long. And then if they don't reply to the text the way that we want them to reply, then we'll send them another text this long. And then we'll call them. And then we'll send our friends to talk to him. And then we got to go talk to his mom about it. You are doing nothing more than continuing to give him more power and driving yourself more insane. Again, just be done. You've had the discussions. He knows all this. His plan is to lure you and keep you trapped so he can use you some more, and you are giving him that opportunity. The third thing we do, and I talked about this briefly yesterday, if y'all want to go check that video out, we keep the lines of communication open. So often, I talked about this yesterday, women will tell me, and I told my ex this, and I told my ex that, and I said this, and I said that, and the whole time, they got all these laughing emojis of everything they told him, and the whole time, the only thing I'm thinking is, why was he able to reach out to you still? And don't give me the excuse, well, we got kids together, okay? The only thing y'all need to be talking about is those kids. Pickup time, drop-off time, school stuff, emergency stuff. Y'all shouldn't be talking about nothing about y'all two. Once you walked out the door, you've had the discussion, you have told him everything wrong, he refused to behave, you're done. So now you still want to talk to him? Now you still want him to reach out to you? Why? And I have women say, they all say the same thing. Well, he just won't leave me alone and he won't treat me right. But why does he keep reaching out to me? Because he knows that he can. Listen, you're an amazing person. You're smart. You're funny. You're powerful. But please don't flatter yourself by thinking that he's reaching out to you because he loves you and he wants you back. He's reaching out to you because you are available. He's reaching out to you because you left the door open. I heard someone say this on TikTok the other day. The most powerful response is not a paragraph of shit and you're telling him all this snappy shit. It's not you responding with K. It's you not responding. That is the most powerful response that you can give to somebody. Not giving them one. And whether or not you want to believe it or not, because I get a lot of excuses when I say this, every time you respond to him, he knows he still has power over you. He knows it's only a matter of time before he says the right thing and he's back in there. And don't give me that shit about, no, he ain't. No, I was not born yesterday. If you were really done with him, he would not be able to have easy access to you. Sure, he might reach out to your friends or people around you, but he would not have direct lines of communication to you because you would have him blocked on everything. And if y'all have kids, y'all would only be talking about those kids, and you would shut down everything that doesn't have anything to do with those kids. Another way that we prolong the healing process after a breakup or divorce is we want to keep talking to all his friends and his sister and his mom. This is going to be some cutthroat advice, and I'm going to get a lot of pushback. But if you don't understand this, then hey, fine. That is his family, okay? Those are his friends. Okay? Now, I get it. Oh, his mom loves me like I'm her daughter, and they're not your family. The quicker you can be done with all of them, the better off you'll be. But the longer you want to be in relationship with all these people, you increase your risk of hearing about him, bumping into him. You're still connected. He still has a way in. He still has some power because he knows you're talking to all these people. I don't care what his mama said. Oh, I don't like, my son is annoying. Yeah, my son lost the bet. I don't give a damn. Because let me tell you something. When men are done with you, there are men who will stop talking to their own children if it means they don't have to deal with you anymore. I know it hurts, but you have to let everything having to do with him and connected to him go. I heard this advice years ago. When you break up with someone toxic or abusive, especially, or any kind of breakup, you got to let everybody connected with them go. The next thing I feel we do is we are still trying to make them jealous. We are still trying to glow up to show them what they're missing out on. If you're going to do better for yourself. Okay? If you're going to go out and date and do all kinds of stuff, do it for yourself. Because they might see the pictures on social media or hear through the grapevine what's going on. First of all, they should be blocked, so they shouldn't be seeing your pictures anyway. And they might shoot you a text if you haven't blocked them yet and get upset because they saw you with some guy or feel a little jealous because you're looking good now. But please don't get it twisted. If you let him back in, he's still going to treat you the same. As a matter of fact, he's going to treat you worse because now he knows he's got a way back in. Now he knows he can do anything because you forgave him the first time. Like I said on a past video, he's not necessarily jealous. He's just mad because another dog is playing with his toy. The next thing, I feel like we send family and friends and his family and friends to try to talk to them to straighten them up. They don't listen to me. You can't make somebody change that does not want to change. Stop doing that. You already told him your expectations, your wants, your needs. You've already shown him your disappointment and your frustration. He took all that information and said, whatever, I'm going to do what I want to. This man is not the only man on the planet. And I'm not going to lie to you. It might take you a while to meet the right person if that's what you want. But unless you are willing to take that time, you're going to keep getting much of the same and worse. And I read some of the comments when I have time and y'all tell me all this grand stuff. And listen, I wasn't born yesterday. How y'all think I know so much about this stuff that I talk about? I didn't Google it. I have lived it. You can't just tell me anything and think I'm going to be like, oh, okay. No. I know all the tricks. I know all the shit. But at the end of the day, regardless of what you're telling me, regardless of what you tell your friends, you have to live with yourself and your decisions. You have to face his treatment, his mistreatment. Your heart is affected by this breakup. Your healing process is prolonged and delayed and extended. You are only hurting yourself. He's going to go off and do whatever he wants to do. As soon as another woman comes along to fill his time, he ain't going to talk to you. And even if he does, it's because you're an option. But as long as you go through this cycle and you're doing all these things, you will never finish healing and moving on.